Hello, good morning or good evening. I am here to help guide you through a very simple, easy-going flow to either get your day started or to unwind and unravel your day. I want you to begin by coming to a comfortable seated position. You can choose to be cross-legged in half lotus or in full lotus. And if you have any pains or stiffness, you are also welcome to take a block and sit underneath the block for a little bit more support on the knees. You can also choose to be in a kneeling position with your block between your feet for support. It's another nice, comfortable way. Whichever position is your choice for today to begin, I want you to close your eyes and go internal. And as you close your eyes, just begin to notice your breath. And notice if there's any place in your body where your breath isn't allowed passage. Continuing with your eyes closed, just notice without changing the depth of your breath. Is your inhale longer than your exhale? Is your exhale longer than your inhale? Does one feel deeper or the other may seem more shallow or superficial? And again, noticing where in your body you have any stuck energy in the form of tension, soreness, pinching, anything that is a feeling other than relaxation. Can you focus your next inhale on that place? And with your exhale, give it permission to release and let go of anything that's holding you back from reaching relaxation in this moment. We'll do another breath like that, breathing in deeply through your nose, inhale. And exhale out your mouth, letting it all go. Another breath like that, inhale through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. I'm going to teach you two breathing techniques here. One is how to engage your Ujjayi breath. And that is done by activating your Uddiyana Bandha, your central energy lock here located near your diaphragm. You may look at the screen if you need to see this. So just above your navel, right where your solar plexus is, you want to squeeze this in and up where you can still breathe, but this is all activated. So in your inhale through your nose, you feel this expand, and exhale through your nose. You have a slight whisper sound. So here you're activating your Jalandhara Bandha, your energy lock in the throat. We have three bandhas. One is our Mula Bandha and our root, our Uddiyana Bandha, and our Jalandhara Bandha. So breathing in again through your nose and exhaling through your nose. On the exhale, it's going to make a whisper sound. And for children, if you're participating in this, we like to think of it as like a Darth Vader sound. So breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your nose, really making that whisper sound. Can you keep that engagement, making your inhale and your exhale equally audible? Closing your eyes again, keeping this Ujjayi breath going. Focus on filling in the chest and the abdominal area with your inhale and exhaling, emptying everything out, pressing your navel to the back. And every time you fill up imagine you're filling up with light and positive energy and all the beauty that surrounds you. And as you exhale, you're letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. So this is your Ujjayi breath, the breath that we engage when we're going into a vinyasa flow or when we're flowing with breath during yoga. Yoga flow it's essential to be breathing in and exhaling during specific movements, and I'll be guiding you through that today. So as we're practicing our asana, and I say inhale, remembering that it's through your nose, and your exhale also through your nose with that Ujjayi breath. If at any point during the practice or during your day, you ever feel a sense of heat building up and you want to cool down, you want to curl your tongue like you're making a little tube or like a straw with your tongue, and you want to stick it between your lips and breathe in through your tongue. So it looks like this. And you exhale out your nose. You'll notice as you continue doing this breath, breathing in through your mouth, through your tongue, and out through your nose, you're creating a cooling sensation just like a swamp cooler where there's moisture and wetness, air that flows over that water cools on the other side. So you're bringing cool air into the body so that we cool off any of that fire, that pitta that's inside of us. So for now, if you feel like you need to cool off, take a few more rounds of the cooling breath. Otherwise, let's get back to our Ujjayi breath, and we're going to do a couple hold cycles. And this is just to, again, come to our bodies and connect our bodies with our breath. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. Again, this is all through your nose, and if you want to imagine your air visually going up one side, holding across the forehead, and coming down the other side, you can do that visual as well. Closing your eyes, we're going to take one cleansing breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth, open mouth. Begin your Ujjayi breath. In for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, let go, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, last breath, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 1, 2, 3, hold at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, and back to your normal breath. Keeping your eyes closed, engaging that Ujjayi breath in a nice, calm way. Now that we've worked a little bit of extra oxygen into our bodies, can you go back to those places that you had a little tension and see if it's a little more responsive to relax and let go. If you have any blocks underneath your bottom, remove them now. We're just going to begin with a little circumduction motion. So you can choose to lead with the head or with the heart. So with the head, it would be like stirring a big pot. With the heart, it's a little more of a swirling motion with the body, keeping the head level and moving the heart. When you do this kind of motion, you want to exhale on the way back and inhale on your way forward. So we inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Really taking the time to move slowly at your own pace, feeling every little bit of this motion in your body. Can you find any sticky points? And if you find them, you can stay there and maybe massage that area a little bit with that movement. We'll take a couple more rounds here. And switch directions. One side might feel a little more tight than the other when you do these movements. Just observe and continue to breathe through it. Breathing in as you come forward and exhale as you come back. 2 more rounds here. Now you're going to take your hands, breathe in as you bring your hands up. And exhale, twist to your right side. Holding it here, breathing in, reaching your head high. And exhale, see if you can twist more. You may place one hand on your knee, making sure your back hand is there to support you just behind your bottom. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, twist. And slowly walk your hands back to center. Repeating this, bring your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, switch to the other side, twisting. Breathing in, reaching your spine through your head tall as you inhale. And exhale, twist more. Using that free hand in front of you to place on the knee for support. And the hand that's behind you, just behind your bottom. Breathing in one more time, sitting tall. And exhale, twist like you're wringing out a towel. Next inhale, walk your hands forward. I'm going to do a little heart opener here. So pressing your heart forward, reaching up with your chin. Inhale. And exhale, curving your spine, tucking your tailbone under, and seeing how far you can reach your nose to your navel as you exhale. Inhale, heart opener, chin up. And exhale, curving your spine, looking at your belly button. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, curve your spine. Last one, big inhale. Really reach up with that heart. Full breath in and exhale everything out. From here, come to neutral spine. Bring your hands in front of you. Come to a tabletop position. Knees behind you. Your toes can be curled under for support. You want to make sure that your hands are flat on the ground, that your wrists are just below your shoulders here, that you're stacked, and you're fully engaging with your elbows slightly turned forward so the eyes of your elbows are pointing forward. That's an external rotation of the bicep and shoulders. Place the feet flat on the ground, or again, if you need more stability, you may tuck them under, keeping your tummy tucked in with that Uddiyana Bandha. We're going to do more cat-cow. Now we're in the cat-cow position, dropping that belly, arching the back, lifting your chin up, breathing in, pressing your heart forward, and exhale. Curve your spine, tuck in your tummy, reaching your navel all the way up to the sky through your back as you release your head as you exhale. Inhale, shoulders away from the ears as you go into your cow. Breathing in and exhale. 2 more on your own. Meeting in neutral spine when you're done with your rounds. You want to reach your right hand forward like you're shaking somebody's hand, left foot back like you're stepping on a wall behind you. Your toes are flexed, so toes are pulling towards your face. You inhale and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach forward, press back with your foot. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, extend, and exhale, contract. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale, reach, and exhale, knee to elbow. Placing this hand and knee down, switching sides. Inhale, reach with your left hand, right foot back. As you inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, pressing one straight line from fingertip to heel. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one, reach. And exhale, knee to elbow. Back to neutral spine tabletop here. You're going to bring the toes together, bring the knees wide apart, press your heels, your bottom towards your heels, allowing your heart to sink here, walking your hands forward gently. We're coming to our first child's pose of the day. You want to try to keep your heels on your sit bones on your heel or your bottom on your heels as you come into this child's pose. If you want it to be a more active child's pose, maybe this is your morning yoga routine, you want to keep those elbows lifted, hands fully engaged into the mat, pressing down, allowing your head to relax though. You can rock your head side to side, just to acknowledge the head is here and the neck is relaxed. For a more restorative child's pose, you can drop the elbows and just relax everything here. Just breathing in deeply again, keeping that Ujjayi breath going. While you're here and you inhale, see if you can drop your belly and feel that pressure between your legs as your hips open up a little bit. And you exhale, feeling heavier with each exhale. Inhale, breathing in, expanding your chest, expanding your belly. And exhale, relaxing everything down to the mat, just surrendering in this pose, finding trust in the support of Mother Nature. She's always been there for you. One more deep breath in here. And exhale. I'm going to press up with your hands just a little bit, raising your right hand or left and tucking this underneath. We're going to thread the needle so that your shoulder is on the ground, your palm is facing up, the one that you just pressed through, and the ear of the arm that is underneath is on the ground. You can play with the position of the hand that's the thread through the needle. You can bring it lower or higher and just see what feels best for your shoulders. You can also take this hand that was in front, the free hand on top, and press it onto the hand that's on the ground. So we're making more pressure into the ground, activating both of our hands and our arms to get a full engagement of the shoulder here. Likewise, you can take this same hand from the top and just wrap it around to grab your opposite thigh. We'll be here for a couple breaths, so do your best to relax in this pose and find a depth that's comfortable for you. Keeping that Ujjayi breath going as you Inhale, just like in child's pose, expanding your chest, your back, your ribs, your stomach. And as you exhale, going in deeper into this pose and surrendering to the ground. Final breath, inhale. And exhale, bringing your arm back to support you, bringing your hand up, reaching up again. Shake that hand out, place it down, lift the other arm up for a big stretch. Inhale, and exhale, thread the other needle. Again, that hand that you just slid underneath should be palm face up, and the ear of that same side is on the ground. You can place the hand that's on top onto the hand that's threaded and engage both hands, pressing into the ground, making a deeper shoulder stretch. Or you can take that hand, wrap it around, and reach for the opposite thigh. Breathing in, expanding through your chest and ribs and belly. And exhaling, letting everything go and surrendering. One final breath here. Inhale. And exhale, bringing your hands back to support you on your way up. You're going to place your hands as far in front of you as you can. Lean forward, get onto your knees, tuck your toes, and lift your hips for the first downward dog. You may want to bend one knee at a time here to walk your dog out. In downward facing dog, it's important that we keep our shoulders away from our ears. So if you can engage your shoulders, press them down your spine. So as you're inverted, it's actually up from the ground. Your shoulders should be, again, pulled away, and there's an external rotation of the shoulders so that the bend of your elbows is facing forward. Your hands should be firmly placed, the entire palm on the ground, making pressure. And you should have equal pressure in your feet and your hands here. Your head is relaxed, looking between your feet. Your hips are lifted. Your knees can bend if you need it to be bent. Taking a deep breath here, inhale. And exhale with your mouth open, stick out your tongue. As you inhale now, lift your heels, bend your knees, look at your hands, and walk forward. Keeping your knees slightly bent here, just hang forward. You can grab opposite elbows here. We're just going to be in ragdoll. If you'd like, you can heel toe your feet to be hip width distance and allow your chest to really hang and lay on your thighs here for support. Again, shaking your head yes and no, making sure it's relaxed. Maybe you want to sway from side to side if that feels better, or twist a little bit. Getting any kinks out. So letting go of your elbows, bending your knees, and curving up one vertebrae at a time. Your head will be the last to come up. We're going to begin just a simple flow here with a moon salutation. So reaching up with your hands, breathe in and breathe out, interlacing your fingers, allowing your index fingers to stay pointed up. This is Temple Mudra. We're going to lean over to our right side without collapsing. So keeping your whole body lifted and tall. And coming back to center. Lift here. Breathe in and lean to the left side. With every breath, you try to get taller in your inhale and leaning on your exhale. Coming back to center, breathing in, looking up. If you need support, you can bring your hands behind your back as if you're putting your hands in your pockets. Or you can keep your hands pointed up, looking up, squeezing your abs, your bottom, and really pressing your hips forward before you begin to lean back on your exhale. Allowing your head to release as you can. With your inhale, you get taller, and your exhale, release. Tucking your chin, coming back to center, hands down at your side. Those were just half moons here, not moon salutation. We're going to do sun salutation A. So breathing in, reaching up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to mat, come to push-up position, flow through your chaturanga, all the way down to low cobra or upward facing dog on your inhale. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, walk or float forward, halfway lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up to standing circles with your hands and bring your hands back to heart center. We'll do 3 more like that. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up. Exhale, through center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, hop or float forward. Inhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. Bring your hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, float or step forward. Inhale, half back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. And exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Now that we are warmed up a little bit, we will continue through sun salutation B. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. And sit into chair pose. We are now in chair pose. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, through chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. And exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, step forward to warrior 1. Full expression with your inhale. And exhale, hands back down. Come back to plank pose, flow through your chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale through warrior 1 with your left foot. Arms up, full expression. And exhale, hands down. Flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, step forward or hop. And inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through to warrior 1. Exhale, hands down, flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. Inhale, Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees and toes. Step forward or float. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, flow through your chaturanga. Inhale, low cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step through warrior one. Hold it here on your inhale. We're going to do an alignment check here. Making sure your knee is over your ankle, your abs, your core is tight. Your hips are facing the front, so making sure that your back foot is turned to a 45-degree angle outward. You're on slightly parallel skis here. Arms are up. If you wish to make this a greater expression, you can inhale and arch your back, reaching back. Come back to neutral. Another way is to bring your hands to cactus pose. Make it a heart opener as you inhale and lean back. Exhale, come back to center. Let's take our hands and interlace the fingers behind us, opening up our chest. We're going to come to humble warrior, coming all the way down, allowing your chest to come right next to your knee, releasing the hands as far forward as you can. Breathing deeply here, still engaging that Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, come back up, release the hands, reach up, and exhale, hands down, flow through your chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. From here, reach forward or step forward with your left foot. Again, we're going to come to warrior one, to our alignment check. Toes of your left foot are pointing directly forward. Your knee is on top of your ankle. Your right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hips are squared to the front, and your hands are up. On your inhale, reach back, lean back. Come back to center, come back to neutral. Cactus your arms, heart opener. Inhale, lean back, open that heart, and exhale back to neutral. Interlacing your fingers, opposite grip this time, behind your back. And if you can't quite reach, you can always use a towel behind you if you need to do that. Taking that opposite grip, if you're using your hands, reach your heart up, inhale, and exhale, fold forward to humble warrior. Releasing your hands as far to the front as you can. Really breathing in deeply here with that Ujjayi breath. Last inhale brings you up. Release your hands. Reach your hands up again. And flow through your chaturanga. Low cobra or upward facing dog on your inhale. Back to downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, step forward or hop. Inhale, forward, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to flow through another modified sun salutation. Inhale, circle sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, flow through your chaturanga. At downward facing dog, we're going to lift our right leg, pressing behind the wall here. Our toes and knees, everything is engaged in that leg that's lifted for three-legged dog. Inhale, open that hip up. And notice if you are shifting your weight on your shoulders, try to keep your shoulders square. Open the hip, bend the knee, and allow gravity to pull that hip open even more. Taking big hip circles if you want with that knee. And if it's in your practice, you may flip your dog. Otherwise, just hold this in any way that you wish. If you flip your dog, making sure you're looking towards the front of your room, palm is facing up, hips are high. One more inhale here. Everyone meet in three-legged dog. And bring this leg down, switching legs, lifting the left leg up this time. Again, noticing when you open that left hip, can you keep your shoulders square? Bending the knee, allowing gravity to open that hip even more. Taking some hip circles in both directions. You may hear snap, crackle, pop. That means you're lubricating those joints and they're releasing things they don't need. If flipping your dog is in your practice, do so now for 3 breaths. Keeping those hips lifted, your hands both engaged. Last breath in. Everyone meet in three-legged dog. This leg down. Again, lifting your right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, cross over to opposite elbow. Inhale, back one more time. And exhale, come forward through to warrior 1 feet. We're going to lift in our inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to change, open up to warrior 2. Your hips now are to the side. Your knee is still directly over your ankle. And your back foot is now at a perpendicular degree, so 90 degrees to your front foot. And they are in the same line. You want to take all this energy from the bottom, so imagine that you're collecting energy through your whole body, breathing in, and when you get to your heart, you're going to throw it out. Your fingertips, activating your fingertips. That line of energy is going from in front of you to behind you, through your toes, through your fingertips at the same time. To calm the fire in us, we think about feeling the support and being grounded in this pose. So can you feel that connection that your feet are making and how your feet are connected to supporting your hips in this pose? We're going to flip our front hand, lean forward, exalted warrior. Leaning back, opening that front side body here. As you inhale, come back to center. And we're going to exhale, elbow to knee here. For side angle pose. Looking up to our hand in the sky. And if you can, drop your hand without putting any pressure on it. Can you use the elbow against that knee in front of you, making one straight line between both of your hands? One more deep breath in here. Exhale. Your inhale brings you back to warrior 2. Exhale, extend that front knee. And now push your left hip back as you lean forward to triangle pose. Very similar to what we just did, but our hips are different. Here you might feel a little bit more in the low back of the left side. If you have a block, you can use your block for support here as well on the outside of your front foot. 2 more breaths here. Your inhale brings you back up to warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back into plank. You can flow through chaturanga or meet in downward facing dog. Down dog, lift your left foot up. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale back. Exhale, step 2, warrior 1 again. Warrior 1, inhale. And exhale to warrior 2. Warrior 2, arms again. We're going to create that lift. Switch directions. We're going to create that lift of energy through our body, coming up and flowing out. Again, one single line of energy between fingertips to fingertips and feet to feet. Hips are straight on. Knee is over the ankle. Warrior 2. Couple more breaths here. With that front hand, lean forward, exalted warrior. Next inhale brings you up. Exhale, side angle pose. Reaching, so you really want to make an effort to reach with that top side body here. We're barely putting any pressure here, so we don't want to collapse into our shoulder or our side here. Really keeping everything lifted and light. Extending both arms if you can. Maybe you want to reach even farther forward. Inhale brings you back up. Straighten that front leg, reach forward, push that hip back. Triangle pose. On your next inhale, come back to warrior 2. Gaze in front of you. Cartwheel your hands down. Flow through your chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees. Walk or float up to the top of your mat. And grab your 2 peace fingers, keeping your feet at least 2 fists apart or hip width distance. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers and allow your elbows to come out to the side. As you inhale, think about lengthening your spine. And exhale, fold, pulling down with your hands, engaging your biceps, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, bending your knees as much as you have to. Ultimately, you want to try to keep your knees straight. Slight micro bend always. Again, reaching down to the floor with the crown of your head with your inhale. And exhale, pulling down. Relax your hands here and slowly walk them up your legs as you bring one vertebrae at a time, your body to standing. Standing here for a moment in Tadasana. This is also a pose, though we're not moving and we're at a standstill. It's mountain pose. It's a strong pose. You have fully engaged fingers, hands, palms facing forward to receive the energy and to give the energy that you have and you're filled with. From mountain pose, we're going to slide down the slopes and come to tree pose. So tree pose, you can choose to have your foot down by your ankle, just below or above the knee, but not at the knee. Or you can prop your foot up into your thigh. I find it best if you press your feet and your thighs tightly together, making sure to push your hips up as well, keeping an openness here. Your hands can come to heart center in Anjali Mudra or prayer hands. You can also test your balance and begin to move your hands up. I like to do this lotus pose where my thumbs and pinkies stay together and the rest of my fingers open up like a flower. Breathing in, holding in your core as you breathe out, focusing your drishti or your gaze on a single point. Can you slowly bring that point to a place above you, testing your balance? If your tree sways, it's okay. You're finding your edge. Work with your edge. Be uncomfortable. Slowly begin to bring your hands back to prayer pose if you don't have them there already. Taking your knee with your right hand right below your knee, keeping your left hand at your heart center. We're going to open up our knee here so you can bring your hand to the inside of the knee, flexing the foot so we have a nice 90-degree angle. If you're comfortable and able to do hold on your toe, you can do that as well. And you can also test your balance by extending the arm in the opposite direction and focusing your drishti on the opposite side of the foot that's extended. Slowly bring that knee back to the front, hands at prayer. Can you extend the foot forward? Hold it here. One more deep breath and see if you can lift that foot a little bit higher. And exhale without touching the floor. Swing that foot behind you. Hands are beside you. In Tadasana hands, palms face forward. You're going to hinge forward for airplane. And if you want to test yourself more, you can bring your hands to heart center or extend them for warrior 3. If you have any low back problems, you may want to keep your hands at heart center. Your next inhale hinges you back up. Great job. Shake it out. Standing back in Tadasana, mountain pose. Do you feel a difference in the two sides? Close your eyes and just observe how you feel in this moment, knowing that we are about to take care of side number 2. So whether you did your hand to toe pose or you are peeling your knee out. Oh, just kidding. We're going to tree pose first. So whether you had your low tree, mid tree, or higher tree pose, hands at heart center to begin with. And remembering each side of our body will be different. So you may find a little more wobbliness or a little less stability in one side than the other, and that's okay. We're not here to judge, we're here to observe and work with what our body is able to do at this time. Some days you'll be able to do more than others. Taking your hands and slowly bringing them up if that's comfortable for you. Focusing your drishti right in front of you and slowly moving that drishti upward, finding a still spot, a steady spot on your wall or on your ceiling. If you're already there and you want to test, really, really test yourself, you can try doing a little back bend, or you just keep it neutral. One more in breath here. And exhale, bring your hands slowly back to heart center, allowing that knee to come in front of us. Again, we're going to bring it out to the side with just gentle support here. Heel and knee are in the same alignment here if your knee is bent. If you're doing hand to toe pose here, you're going to extend your knee. And if you need to bend it, that is okay too, as long as your standing leg is straight. Again, you can focus your drishti to the opposite side. Might be more difficult on one side than the other. Engaging your core, Keeping that Ujjayi breath. One more deep breath here. And exhale, bring it forward. Extending the foot if you haven't already. One more deep breath. See if you can lift that up. And exhale, begin to hinge forward for airplane pose here. Again, your feet should be flexed here. It doesn't matter how far. The airplane can be right here or here, whatever works for you. And if you want to bring your hands to heart center or up to warrior 3, I always keep my hands at my heart center because I have a low back problem. On your next inhale, come back slowly to standing. Shake it out. And now reach up. Hands to heart center. We're going to come down to Malasana squat. So bring your feet just about a little, like right on the outer edge of your mat. Can be a little bit wider. And drop your bottom, keeping your chest up, making sure you keep your feet flat on the ground. If you need to, you can place a block under your bottom at any level to keep your chest up here. You want to also press out with your elbows, press your knees out. In this pose, you want to think of the grounding support that comes from this pose, how supported you are by Mother Nature, and just grounding your body. Your Muladhara is the lowest chakra here on your body, and this is a very balancing pose for being grounded. I'm going to remove the block and test myself here. So really dropping that bottom, lifting the chest, keeping your hands at heart center. Reaching your hands in front of you now. Bring your toes slowly rock onto your elbows, and maybe you just have to heel toe your toes together. Bringing your toes to touch slightly, or your heels to touch and your toes slightly apart. We're going to keep that same squat position. We're going to try for crow pose here. If you've never done this before, you can just sit in Muladhara. But for those who have tried and are comfortable with crow pose, there are a couple ways to get into it. I'm just going to do a basic one where your heels are touching, your toes are slightly pointed outwards, just like your knees. And you tuck your knees into just above on your triceps, just where your armpits are, and you slowly rock forward. Your gaze is about 2 feet in front of your hands, and you lift your toes up, engaging your core. And when you've done that a couple times with a few breaths, you can come back to Muladhara. Malasana. I said Muladhara. Muladhara is your chakra. Malasana. All right, so now we are ready. We're closer to the ground. Let's just take our legs, sit on our bottoms, hug our knees here. We're going to do a few rocking back and forth here. I have to scooch over because of the space here. We're going to rock back and forth. Once you've done that a few times, you can stay on your back, hugging your knees tightly. Trying to get your whole spine to make contact with the ground here. Tucking your chin slightly to get the top of your spine, your cervical spine, in contact if that's possible. One deep breath in, squeezing your knees, and exhale, drop that left foot forward, keeping your right knee Interlacing your fingers just below your right knee. Engaging your biceps here. Pull that knee out towards your armpit and squeeze in towards your chest. Your elbows should be tucked into your body as close as possible. Again, your biceps are engaged. This is wind relieving pose. Don't worry, I can't hear what's happening over there. One deep breath in here. And exhale, using your left hand, guide your right knee over your left side with your right hand reaching over to the right palm face forward, keeping both shoulders on the ground, looking over your right hand. If you need support, you can put a block under your knee here to support you at any level, or pillows, whatever you have. As you breathe in deeply, expanding through your body, through your chest and ribs, and exhale, really just releasing into this. Allowing that low back to let go of anything that doesn't serve us. Your next inhale brings both your knees back to the center. Feel again the difference between one side and the other. Maybe rock side to side. Feel a little more looseness or openness on one side. Tuck your chin in, kiss your knees for all the work it's been doing, all the work your body has done. Deep inhale and exhale, release the right foot, the right leg, extend to straighten. Interlacing your fingers just below your left knee again. Reaching that knee outward, pulling in towards your armpit, engaging the biceps. Elbows are close to the body. As you exhale, squeeze. Inhale, expand everything. And exhale, squeeze again. One more deep inhale. Exhale, using your right hand, guide your left knee over your right side for supine twist on this side. One side may feel different than the other, just like everything we do in life. If you need that support from the block, maybe you didn't on the other side and you do over here. Deep breath in as you look over your left shoulder. Your left knee is towards your right side. Deep breath, expanding your rib cage, and the exhale, letting everything go. On your next inhale, inviting both your knees again. Rocking side to side, massaging those muscles on either side of the spine. Reaching now for your big toes and dropping your knees to the outside of your elbows for happy baby. If you prefer, you can grab onto your heels or the outer knife edge of your foot. I like to do the toes. Gives me more leverage with the elbows to keep my knees out, pressing down. And this one, you do want to try to keep your spine as straight as possible, making as much contact with the ground as possible. So as you breathe in, notice how expanding your body lifts your tailbone up a little bit. As you exhale, can you press everything into the ground? And maybe you want to take one leg and extend it at a time, playing around with it, or just breathing in happy baby. Or you can take both, whatever works for you. From here, you're going to place your left foot down. Turn your right knee out so that your right ankle is just below your left knee. And you can reach either with a towel around your shin, your hands around your shin, or behind your leg. We're going to be doing a reclined pigeon pose here to open up our hips. You can also place your right hand gently on your right knee and opening that up. You can also play with the angle of your knee, whether it's more out or in, and see how that feels on your low back. Finding a happy, sweet place for you that you can do some work without exerting yourself too much. If this isn't enough of a stretch for you, you can place your foot on your bicep and cradle your shin like a baby and extend your left leg and try to lay all the way back, pulling your shin across your chest. And as you're here, try not to fight or lock up if it feels tight, continuing that Ujjayi breath and remembering that your inhale gives you all the light and support you need to exhale and let go of things that don't serve you, things that are blocking you, causing tension or stress. Really just letting go. One more deep inhale here. And exhale. Slowly bring both your knees up. Do small little circles here to relax your hips again. When you're ready, go into the next side. Again, your your left ankle is just below your right knee. Your left knee is turned out to open that hip. And you can use a towel or strap around your shin to bring that shin parallel closer to you, the shin that's parallel to the ground. Or you can reach through with your hands. Playing with the angle to find that sweet spot for you. Find your edge. And if your body is able to be in this pose comfortably and you want a greater challenge, again, placing the foot on your bicep, cradling your shin like a baby, and laying back down to stretch that back side of the leg and that hip. One more deep breath in here. And exhale again, bringing your knees up and doing small circles. If you did it in one direction, do it in the opposite direction this time. And now take the next couple of breaths to get whatever, shake anything out, get whatever movements you need out before we lay in final Shavasana. You can take legs up the wall or dead bug pose for just a little while if you'd like that. And when you're ready, I want you to surrender completely to the ground. Shavasana is a time for restoration. It's corpse pose. Your body should not be doing anything. Getting out all of your fidgets, everything that was distracting throughout practice, let it go now. Allowing your feet to be on the outer edge of your mat, toes pointed outward, and everything is relaxed. Your hands are palm face up to receive the restoration of this pose. Closing your eyes, reconnecting with your body. Keeping your eyes closed. Staying in Shavasana for at least 10 breaths. In this pose, we let go of all things. We allow the things we don't need to die and be washed away with our breath. This is a time for restoration, rejuvenation, and replenishing the body with the pure light and breath. It's a time for healing, a time to really allow yourself to feel everything. Know that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Know that you are safe and supported. You are loved and cared for. You are fully capable. You are strong. Any choice you make is the right choice. You will either learn or you will succeed. And learning is succeeding. Finding stillness in your breath. Finding comfort right where you are. Begin to take deeper breaths here. Reaching all limbs of your body, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Staying internal with your eyes closed. When you're ready, turn on to your right side, using your right bicep as a pillow. Placing your left hand on your heart. Thanking your body, thanking your being for taking the time to dedicate to your practice today. With that same hand on your heart full of love and gratitude, place this hand on the ground and thanking Mother Earth for her support. Mother Earth has been there for you every step of your entire existence, and she will continue to be there every step of the way until you turn back to spirit. Pressing your hand firmly onto the ground to support you on your way to come to a nice seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Finding that comfortable seat that you began in. Hands on your knees or palms face up. Taking just 2 breaths here. Think about how your body feels now compared to how we started. On your next inhale, circle sweep your arms up, palms to touch, and bring your palms to your heart center, keeping your eyes closed. Bow your head in gratitude and acknowledgement again to your sweet, sweet heart. And to all the work that you've done for yourself today, energetically, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. I thank you for coming to this practice today. Namaste.